Monday, everybody. Welcome back to another special Monday live stream drawing challenge. I am joined today by a special guest. You may all know him from the Indie Comics Network. It's Chad. Are you there?
Oh yeah, I was here. I was waiting for you to do my full name, but you just said Chad.
Oh, well.
So, but it's fine. Whatever. It's cool. No,
It
no.
is,
A little warning next time for the lot. No, you already ruined it, man. Don't worry. What about a little warning next time you press the live button? Because I was like, oh, we're already going live.
I said, let's get this party started.
Oh well, that's okay. Yeah, all right.
It's
I guess
Chad
you did.
Perkins.
Hey, what's up?
Hi. I see. I brought it back. I think it works.
Yeah. You did. I'm proud of you now.
People that watch this show, including you, know that I'm totally always just fumbling all over the place during the whole show. So that's part of the fun to watch me struggle.
Well, keep in mind too, like Nita has found the most unprofessional of the unprofessional of the best. So I get it.
I see your show. And that's on Wednesdays, right? The same kind of around the same time.
Thursdays at 8 Eastern.
Thursdays at 8 EST.
EST.
All right, so that would be 5 o'clock my time. PST.
Yes.
Awesome.
Because you're 2 hours behind me.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's 6 o'clock now, and you're 3 o'clock, or 3 hours. You know what? Time.
You know what? I'm rubbing off on you now.
You are.
I'm sorry.
I can't count.
I'm going to take a look at the who we got going on in the chat. I don't see anybody yet. So no one saw us fumble yet. So that's
fine. That is a good thing. We can mask it and pretend that we're cool and professional. If my thing seems kind of weird, I have my fake green screen up, not my real green screen.
Why is it a fake green screen? What does that mean?
So it's just the
you have like a green sheet
virtual.
Behind you?
I just have a blank wall.
Oh, that works.
So, but then I can do my fake virtual backgrounds, and then my head disappears, my body disappears, and I'm just a head.
That happens to me too. Wait. Oh, maybe it doesn't. Usually I'm the one disappearing. Yeah, see? Oh, you got all the same backgrounds I got.
Yep. Well, that's because I'm controlling the I can control your stream.
So that's how you got into the
Yes. Well, yeah, because Anita, I have the keys too, dude. You're not special.
That's right. I forgot. I was like wondering, hey, it's so much easier. He's just already popped in and he's on the screen already. I didn't even have to add him. How did that work? That's awesome.
Because I'm a fucking god. No.
All right, so everybody knows who Chad Perkins is, and if you didn't, he has a comic book right now on Kickstarter. The campaign is a week in now?
Yeah. So we launched Wednesday.
Okay, so not quite a week yet. So you're already rocking and rolling on this thing.
Yeah, so almost a week. Well, yeah. I mean, we're doing okay. It's been Kickstarters are tough right now.
Kickstarters are really tough right now.
Yeah.
So you've done? I know you've done Kickstarters in the past, so you're probably seeing the difference right away. I know I'm seeing.
Oh God, yeah.
I think I don't know if it's there's so many Kickstarters that are happening all the time, or if it's the economy, or a combination, or holidays. Who knows? It is what it is.
It's a combination. It's a combination of a lot of things.
Yeah, I think so.
It's that new AI search engine that makes things a lot more difficult to find stuff, if you're familiar with that.
No, I didn't know there was a new AI search engine.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so it's like, have you ever seen those reports about when you Google something and it says like something completely either unrelated or way more extreme? Like hey, how to do this, and it says, well, how about you jump off of a bridge? That's because the AI is so wonky right now.
And this one is what they added to Kickstarter, or is this like
Well,
across the board?
This is just like this is just something that's like in search engines right now.
Oh wow.
Yeah, baby Skynet.
Yeah, well, I live under a rock. I have no idea what's happening in the real world. So you're giving me pearls here about what's happening. That's scary.
I mean, it's scary, but I just gave up on trying to keep up, so I just hear bits and pieces. So then somebody will be like, "That's not what it is." I'm like, "Well, it's a baby Skynet, and that's all I know." So thank you.
Anything close to getting to Skynet is not good.
Correct. I mean, there's a whole movie on it. There's multiple movies about it.
Yes, a lot of TV shows, movies. So let's talk about your Kickstarter though. Before we get to our wait a minute. First of all, I am completely off my game here. I'm supposed to open up and let you know who I am. I'm Jason Dube, comic book artist, writer, publisher, and I'm here every Monday doing a drawing challenge. And our drawing challenge today is going to be a demon fish from Chad's comic Set the Hook #1. And so whatever demon fish means, because I tried to find some references. The only one I could find was on the cover. But then I was wondering, maybe we could just have it like artistic interpretation of what a demon fish to other people are.
That's exactly what I was going to mention. Is I want you to do one off the top of your head.
Awesome. That's the way we're gonna go. We do want to first show everyone the artist's work from last week. We had quite a. Let me grab it.
Yeah, you had a smorgasbord last week, didn't you?
Yeah, we had the is it, what do they call them? The Matador? Matador?
Yep, from Monster Matador, Stephen Prince.
We had a sexy fox girl, and a turkey wearing lederhosen.
Which is just John Westhoff, so we already know that. So.
Yeah, so we're gonna show off the art that came in real quick.
Did you color it?
They colored it.
Oh, they did color it.
Yes. Let me grab that. And there it is. Let me click this off real quick so you can see it. So there they are. We got it. The greatest thing is they're all like battling, which is I thought was also an extra, because I was just trying to fit them into the page best I could. I wasn't even thinking about having them do some action. But
I'm proud of you.
Yeah, Martha did a great job on this one. So Martha, if you're out there, awesome job on that.
Absolutely. Yeah, is it marker? Or did she use colored pencil?
It looks like colored pencils, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I thought
the highlighting is pretty nice.
Yeah, I thought that came out really good. Mm-hmm. All right, so we're going to be. Are you drawing today, Chad?
Dude, I can't draw. I'm gonna think about drawing.
Well, that actually works out because I'm hoping to be your artist on your next project. So it's probably better that I do. I don't want you to take my job. No. All right. Let's see. You wanna? Let me throw your campaign up here on the screen, so we can look at that while I'm drawing.
Oh, gross. All right, cool.
Share. Oh, I'm still learning all these. All the
buttons.
Yeah. All right.
That's okay.
There we go. All right, there we go. Set the hook. And is there a way I can crop this a little bit or no?
Not really.
No.
Okay. Oh, are you using what are you using? Are you using OBS?
I'm just using the StreamYard that I'm just signing into it. Is there something I should
If you're using OBS, you can crop it, and you can do just like your screen instead of the browser.
Oh, was it showing my browser?
Yeah, it's showing all of your porn, dude.
Yeah, well, that's 0, so that's.
But if you also go in, you can just choose your. Here, look, watch.
Okay. Oh, you know what? I should have you do it since you have control.
Do you see it? Is it bigger?
Yeah, I'm gonna let you do this
Okay,
since
so
you have since you are a god right now and have control of everything.
well, we need to put the
Martha
pressure
Spear
on me.
says hi on public
Hello,
Wi-Fi again. Did you show this from
welcome.
last week, or you need me? We just looked at it, Martha. We were just talking about how cool it looked. Did a good job
Yeah,
on that.
very nicely done.
All right, I'm going to.
Is my porn up here? You know what? I don't care. You all
No,
can see.
it's not. All I see is the. I don't see your browser or nothing at all. So that's why I said I'll let you do it since you obviously know what you're doing on this.
Well, thank you. You flatter me. All right, so we're gonna watch a video because I'm very proud of this. Blake Matthias actually made this video.
Oh.
Come on, you young sailormen, listen to me. I'll sing you a song of the fish in the sea. And it's windy weather, boys, stormy weather, boys. When the wind blows, we're all together, boys. Blow ye winds westerly, blow ye winds blow. Jolly sou'wester, boy, steady she goes. Up jumps the eel with his slippery tail, climbs up aloft and he reefs the topsail, and it's windy weather, boys.
Woo!
Nerd. All right.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Blake Matthias was able to make that. Oh, did it switch over from? Oh, it didn't. It just kept going. Interesting. Okay. So yeah, Blake Matthias made the trailer, and I'm very proud of him on that. And then if you haven't checked it out, Catalyst Comics dropped a commercial, which we won't watch. We won't watch that, but I definitely recommend watching it.
They made a commercial?
Yeah. Do you want to watch it?
Yeah.
All right, fine.
Why not?
Because it's okay. It is hilarious.
Sorry, I'm making him work.
You are. You're making me think, and I hate it.
Sorry.
A fish.
He's like, I'd rather be on the other side and just giving you a hard time while you're drawing.
You know what? I deserve it.
No, it's all good, man. It's an honor to have you on the show.
Likewise, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, so that's the commercial that Aaron at Catalyst made.
Oh man, did I miss it?
Yeah, I just played it.
There was no sound.
Oh, there wasn't?
No, I didn't even know to look up.
Oh, whoops. Okay, well, all right. Everybody could go look at that. I'll post it in the comments because I'm not sure exactly what. YouTube's really weird when it comes to that kind of thing anyway. So
Yeah,
I'll
that's
post it in the comments.
Mark, we're drawing, and this is going to be completely up to you, but we are drawing the demon fish from the comic book Set the Hook that Chad Perkins is doing. And
Yeah.
the demon fish can be anything that you so desire. Well, whatever your envision of what a demon fish would be.
You know what? Let me.
Things about being, draw what you desire, because I mean, it's not that kind of show.
Well, if you want me to draw what I desire, I'm gonna have a fun time.
No, now you're scaring me. So and I don't want Nita like taking me off the air. So.
Oh, she'd just be like, "Oh, it was Chad." That doesn't surprise me. So basically, Set the Hook is a story about Otis Yessie Bayard. If you can't pronounce his name or you have trouble pronouncing his name, that's the point.
Oh, really? You did that on purpose?
I did it on purpose. Originally, that wasn't the case because it's actually a play on the word Odyssey. So it's Otis C. Bayard, but instead now there's an ongoing joke where throughout the book nobody can pronounce his last name, which is great because it's really funny. They just call him Otis whatever the fuck all, and it's great. But he's on a lifelong quest to kill the demonic pike that murdered his father. He's an alcoholic. He's run down. He's seen some shit. He's 24 years old, but he looks like he's in his 40s. And he lives in a world where fish from hell have taken over the world. Essentially they live among us. They haven't actually taken over the world. They just live as people in our world. And it's a story of Moby Dick meets John Constantine. So if you're a big fan of those, I definitely recommend supporting it. I know DM Ray from Madcap said it's Sterling Archer meets Captain Ahab meets Dirty Harry.
I was gonna say that's actually quite a combination.
And
so that's pretty cool.
I
actually really want to see. I don't. Did I read it? No, I did. I did get the book. I didn't actually dive into it. I was just more looking into all the characters.
Yeah, I mean, I think I thought I sent you the full book, didn't I?
You did, but I didn't read it all. I didn't really
Yeah.
I digest the whole thing. I was looking for characters. I was reading I did love the dialogue of the guy, the way he talks.
Otis.
Yeah, Otis. He's like, okay, this is like my favorite character.
he's great. He's this asshole who just his only mission is to get the job done.
Now, I didn't know he was in his 20s though. I thought he was a lot older.
No, so that's the joke with it. It's Robert Pattinson meets Christopher Maloney is the way I described it. It's Christopher Maloney from Happy meets Robert Pattinson from The Lighthouse. And then just as a joke, I said that he's 24 years old but he looks like he's in his 40s. And I decided to run with that. And there is a part where Ginger says, "Oh, get over yourself, old man." And he just goes, "I'm 24. So he is 24 years old.
Now tell me about Ginger too.
So Ginger she doesn't appear in you drew her and everything, but Ginger is his they have a past. It's kind of hinted at that she is his he was her mentor to hunt demon fish and become fishermen, which is essentially what they are, where they go around and they, instead of doing like regular crimes, they look into demonic crimes from fish. And he was pretty much the one who taught her all of that. How to hunt properly, how to assess situations, and just be a detective, even though he sucks at his job.
Well, I don't want to give away the book, so I'm trying to ask questions about the characters without giving away anything.
You're okay.
So when does she come into play? I guess like why?
She comes in the middle of issue 1.
Oh.
So she does appear, or a little bit more towards the end of issue 1.
Mhm.
But then issues 2 and 3, she's full time in it. She doesn't in the second issue. I'm actually very proud of the second issue. Also, Jason, here's your cover, which is beautiful.
Yeah, look at that.
It's beautiful.
Gorgeous.
You have the booby book.
Yeah.
You have the boobies, the nipples. I love it. But I'm very proud with the Ginger in the second book because it kind of shows that she's Otis's polar opposite. While Otis is this gruff, no nonsense, I'm gonna get the job done. Ginger is very hyperactive and reckless, but she is very strong, and she's smart. She's not dumb by any sense, but she could be very reckless and very ahead of herself. But she does know when to draw back and think. But I'm proud of her in the next book because it kind of shows off that she's a very, very fun open-minded character.
Okay.
So, and then in the third issue, we actually get to see her fight. So,
Yeah,
but in
she
this
looks-
issue, you like to see that.
Well, she
What?
holds that huge mallet or that big sledgehammer thing.
Oh yeah, her squish and roast
So
is what I call it.
I just assumed that she was super tough.
Yes. That is the squish and roast is what I call it.
Squish and roast.
Yes. So what it is that on her back is gasoline, and out of the hammer she shoots flames, and then she can also crush you with a hammer. So yes, she is very, very powerful. She's sort of, I mean, I like to think she's better than Otis, but at the same time though, like Otis will throw a grenade in somebody's face and sacrifice 6th graders in order to get the job done. That's what actually in this issue, you actually, in the preview pages on the Kickstarter, you actually see the chief says that you use kids as live bait, and Otis's only response is you use minnows to catch bigger fish.
Oh my lord. Jeez.
Yeah.
He is hardcore.
He is very hardcore.
Holy.
He won't he just gets the job done. Now granted, his intention isn't to obviously get these children eaten, but he's gonna do anything it takes, which is why he's a shit detective.
And this is because of his father.
Yeah, yes. So he has a huge hatred for anything fish related. He think because of a demon fish killed his dad when he was 8 years old on a fishing trip. That's when Otis decided to dedicate his life to finding this pike and dedicated his whole life of killing fish. So, like I like to say, this is a story about a man who is very angry at a fish. And when you think about it, that sentence is probably the best selling point that I have.
I like it because it's so different from pretty much anything I see at all going on. It's very creative. I really like it.
Thank you. I like to think that too. It also helps. I think what's also makes the book a little bit more unique is that the art style is very vibrant, but also kind of not muddy, but like the colors are muted. But the book is still very bright to look at, and you wouldn't think of that for a noir book, you know? You think more like Sin City or...
No, that's true. That's true. I didn't even think of that. You're right.
Love it. Yeah, see?
Very colorful for noir.
Thank you.
Yeah,
thank you. And that's... Right? I think it's beautiful. I think Tim Spavero, who does the art, is a wonderful, wonderful person to work with. His wife actually did my first book, Blue Lullaby.
Oh wow! So his
yeah,
wife's an artist as well.
yep, they're both artists. I know Tim also writes as well. So he has a book called Miranda that was just released. But I came to him. Michael Lanning was supposed to do it, but then just due to time constraints and more work, he wasn't able to do it. But then Tim, I showed him this script, and then he immediately was like, "No, I have to do this," because he loved drawing aquatics, and that's what I wanted, is somebody to draw aquatics.
I was gonna say that's got to feel good too when an artist is like, "Oh, I got to do this."
Yes, and I've gotten that quite a bit of everybody that I've shown it to is like, "Oh wow, this is great." One thing I haven't revealed yet, if anybody's gotten to the bottom of the Kickstarter, is that all physical backers on this receive a Set the Hook bookmark designed by Shelby Shelp and Renee from Slash Adventures, and it's Otis fishing, and he's trying to catch a big Cthulhian creature.
Oh, cool.
So all physical backers receive that.
Means I'm getting one.
And Set the, as you should, but you are getting one. You should get your own cover, and that's one of the things I really liked about everybody's who did their variant covers, is everybody gave them more of a brighter tone than what a noir book is used to. Daphne did the Viva Las Vegas, which I think is the most hilarious out of all them. I love Daphne's work.
I saw that on the Kickstarter, and I was like, "Oh, that's so cool!"
It's very cool.
What an I kind of wondered if you gave her the idea, or she just ran with it and did that.
So it's funny, she ran with it. So what happened is I hired her and I said, come up with whatever you want. Like, the world is your oyster. And that's what I always like to do with everybody.
Yeah, I know you did that with me.
Yeah, so I always try to give everybody free reign. And the first words out of her mouth a couple of weeks later was, "Chad, I have an idea. Viva Las Vegas." And I said, "I don't want you to elaborate any further. I just want you to do it." and now it's All Hail the Neon Shrimp is what I like to say now too. And then Vic Medina does the Into the Jaws of Death or Into the Jaws of Hell cover, which I think is a really great cover. It definitely shows them they're kind of pretty much ready for action. I also love the fact that they're standing on a giant hook as well. So, and then you have yours, which is the dynamic duo. Is, I know that's a lame title, but
hey, I love it.
It's true.
I inked it on the show too, which was a lot of fun too.
You did, and I was very happy how this came out. You did.
I'm so glad.
A very bright job. It turned out really bright. I love the hair, and I love I'm a sucker for yellow sometimes, so I love just how nice that looks. And I also, if you notice, I cropped the gun because you screwed up.
Did I really?
So no. No, that's just how when we were setting it, it got a little cropped up. That's all. So I do have it where it's not, the gun's not cropped, but that's just how it worked when we were doing the placement of the lettering and everything.
I really did mess it up, huh?
Yeah, you did so badly. I had to delete the whole thing.
Oh
and
my
then
gosh.
C. Lanning did
like that to an artist. They just have a freak out.
And then C. Lanning did the main cover, the Bring It On cover. Originally, it was Tim's cover, which was Calm Before the Storm, which is this one.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, which I noticed that the light on here isn't on there, so I actually got to fix that, but that's okay. These covers are not the, finals. So there's still a little bit of touch-ups that I could do. But his Catalyst, when they picked up the book, they felt like C's cover was a little bit more representational of the book. Truthfully, I disagreed, but at the same time, though, it's like, I get it. But Tim's is still probably my personal favorite because it's just nice and calm, and he's fishing, and it's like, the calm before the storm.
Yeah.
So
I love it.
I
love how all the covers are so different too.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It's not just the same character by a different artist over and over in different variants. They're completely different themes going on.
Yes, and that's what I love. That's why when I'm picking when I pick the artist to do the covers, I always try to look for like the uniqueness to the table. You were out of desperation, but I wanted to get more of a unique. No, I loved your style when you did the One Piece, the Luffy drawing and everything. That's when I was just like, oh yeah, this guy's awesome. Yeah. You have a great like manga style and like a punk manga style, and I really like it, if you will.
Oh, thank you, man.
Yeah, so I'm a big.
As long as you like it, that's my main. That's I don't really know what kind of style I have because. But
you have a good style. That's what I think it is. I mean, you could fight me on it. People could feel like that's not his style. I'm like, oh, okay, then whatever. Shut up. But
I heard everything from like you said, a manga style to a graffiti style to just a bunch of different. And I'm just like, well, as long as you like it, you can call it whatever kind of style it is. I don't know.
Right.
It's kind of I don't know. Sometimes I wonder what the heck I'm drawing.
It doesn't matter as long as people like it,
Exactly. I'm like,
so.
Well, if you dig it, you can call it whatever you want.
Right, exactly. You can call it mud, like whatever. You're buying it.
But I'm so grateful that you ended up liking it. So that's a big deal to me because we just met. Absolutely. I mean, not even met, but I met you on a stream, my first stream, and. I walked away with the cover. So I was like, well, that was like the best first episode ever.
Exactly. And then I hopefully other people too are kind of seeing that as well. Like, oh, I want him to do my stuff.
That'd be awesome.
But I also have the add-ons, and one of my favorite is the perfume salesman sticker.
Oh, let me see. Oh, wow. That's awesome.
Yeah. C. Lanning did it, or C. Michael Lanning did it, and it was actually a throwaway character in issue 1. But Tim and I were talking about it, and I'm like, "Hey, what's this octopus?" And he's like, "Oh, I just thought it was cool because he has this really stupid looking hat." And he's like, "Oh, I was just fooling around." And I go, all right, well, I guess he's like a perfume salesman or something, and he's having a hard time, and that's why he's drinking. And then C. Michael Lanning was like, I want to do a sticker. And he's like, hey, tell me about this octopus with a hat. I'm like, wow, it's funny that you mentioned that because. And so,
I think it's cool when all that kind of stuff comes together like that.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I do too. And what's even better is that he's actually going to pop up in all the other books too.
Oh, nice. So now he's
character. Yeah, well, he's going to be an Easter egg character, but yes. Maybe I'll do a one-shot of him. Like, I'll do a terrible origin story. But yeah. All right, I'm going to close that out because I want to see what you're drawing. Oh, hell yeah. That looks awesome.
Well, I was going to say, this is like one of the most relaxing drawings I've ever done because there's no you drew that wrong kind of thing going on in my head. I just kind of going with it because
I mean, you drew it wrong. Don't get me wrong, dude.
Oh, I can always. Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Leave it to Chad.
Leave it. Listen, I know where you messed up.
That's what I always dig about it. It's like I know you're just messing with me, but it's a lot. It's so much fun.
Good. Oh, thank you. But I've seen you got like an octopus type thing going on.
Yeah, I've got I started off with there's a little fish fins here you can't really see yet. But then I was like, I got to fill up the space more. So I'm gonna give him some octopus tentacles, and then I got a tongue that comes out with a big, I don't know, spiky thing. So So I just kind of, he's kind of a, it's kind of
jumbled. He's an abomination.
Exactly.
Beautiful. I love it. I love the abomination
fish, so
stuff.
I just went with it. Yeah. Oh, thank you.
I mean, some of the characters in my story, like they don't really have like a set fish, I guess. I mean, they try to, but like there's one guy who's in the bar, and all he is he's like this Atlantean type character with one tentacle for an arm and one regular hand. So there's all kinds of different weird creatures. So there's never like a particular like style of fish.
All
The
right.
strip club gets
if you want
wild.
to do an Easter egg with this fish, you can. It's yours.
Oh, if you want me to put him in the strip club in issue 2, I can.
The what? The strip club?
Yeah, there's so issue 2. That's my favorite. That's the one I'm looking forward to the most. Because Otis and Ginger go to like their old like information channel, or like their old connections, which is the Slippery Tentacle, which is a strip club.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
And it's exactly what it sounds like. It's a strip club with different fish, and one of the main characters is named, there's Slippery Belle, which is the jellyfish stripper. And then there's, what's her name? Vampire, which is the vampire squid stripper.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Vampire squid.
Yep. So Tim gets to have fun drawing those, and hopefully I'll get a sexy variant cover as well. So maybe we'll do a nude cover.
Whoa. Would that be your first nude cover?
Yeah, it will be, and I'll be excited about it. Like, hey, what's your nude covers? All yours are human. Mine are naked fish.
Holy smokes, look at the gills on that one.
Right, exactly. And then there's a joke with Daphne where it's a fish, but in knee-high stock with fishnet stockings. So I'm going to do something with that in the strip club scene. Yeah, it's going to be great. And oh, by the way, Slippery Belle is like one of the secondary characters in the second issue. So you get to see jellyfish boobies quite frequently in it. So get ready.
Goodness.
Yeah, this book is not meant for kids. But it's not a sexual book either. So
yeah, it's not meant to be like a sexual book. It's definitely a noir. I'm gonna actually reread the comic you sent me now. Now with all this information that I have now, and now I have to I'm gonna have to go back.
Well, thank you. Yeah, and let me know what you think, because it's definitely it's a fun ride. I call issue 3, because issue 1 is just sort of like the setup where you kind of see what he does for a living, where he fights a demonic walleye, which is actually on C's cover. You see that dude. But issue 3, I call my schlock issue, because it's just it's just 4 issues. You're good. So it's 4 issues. It's a pretty quick read. And then issue 4 is obviously the finale. And then I have another idea for another arc. But that might come later, because right now I have a couple of one-shots I want to do. Which means you might be able to work on Set the Hook one-shot.
Yeah,
Jason. So,
I'm your man.
How good are you at drawing dogs?
I just finished a children's book with dogs in it.
Aww.
They're like.
Is that going to be published?
Huh? It's already published. It's on sale on Amazon.
Really?
So.
What's it about?
It's about this dog Julio, who's basically a stray dog, or is just out there running around. Gets caught by the dog catcher, but then he meets actually the writer of this book, and it's
Aw.
basically the story of them coming together, and then it actually got a little it shows the actual in real
Oh,
life and talking about it, please adopt a dog, and it's a cute book. I was really honored to be a part of this one. It's written by Phil.
yeah.
Yeah, so
Phil who?
hopefully I can do dogs. Phil
Listen.
Cesario.
What? Phil who? Oh, Phil. Oh, nice.
There we go. Phil Cesario.
Cesario. Why is that? That seems familiar, but maybe not.
We all run in the same circle, so
It's a possibility he's popped up
very
before
possible,
then.
you're right.
Like, I actually had this one. I have there's a side character that does appear in issue 1, and then he's mentioned in issue 2, and I call him Little Shit. And and he's one of the fishermen, which are, that's their job, but he is a Chihuahua in a salmon costume.
Whoa. Okay.
Yeah. So actually, I have.
Do you have an image of that?
Actually, I do. Take back look at this. So if you actually do back the Kickstarter as an add-on, you can get a Little Shit coloring page by Jared Lockhart.
Is that the name of the one-shot comic?
Is Little Shit, yes. That's what I have. I mean, I don't know if they're gonna let me do that.
That's what I was wondering. I'm like, okay.
But if not, I'm gonna call it The Bark in the Water.
Oh, nice. I like that.
Yeah, so that's my idea for that next one. But he's mentioned in issue 2. You kind of find out exactly how terrifying he is, because he's a little dog going up against big fish, literally.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so
he's super tough then.
He is, but keep in mind, I always try to remember too, is that he is just a dog in a salmon outfit. So it's not, he's equipped with a lobster trap or a crab trap that allows him to catch smaller prey, or obviously his mouth, and then he has a little harpoon on his side that he can shoot out to grapple towards bigger fish to take them down. So, and he's still just a dog, so it's not like he talks or he does anything amazing. He's just a dog in a salmon costume.
That is so. Now I gotta ask, how did you come up with this idea? Because that's
with Little Shit.
Yeah, that's such a out there character idea.
Well, yeah. So Little Shit came to me originally. So one of my things is because Ginger was also a character that came before Otis, as well. But Little Shit was a character that I came up with previously, where my dog at the time, I would always call him. I always say, "Come here, you little shit."
Oh.
Out of love, of course. When I would love him. So I came up with this idea of him in this dog in a post-apocalyptic world where it's about the dog and not about the people in the post-apocalyptic world. Kind of like Rover Red Charlie, if you ever read that.
No. That one.
Oh, if you get a chance to, you should. It's about the dogs during the end of the world.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's really cool. It's very violent, but it is very cool. But I was like, oh, I'm gonna do that, and then I never started it.
Okay.
That book. Well, as I was writing Set the Hook, I adopted a Chihuahua named Newt.
Okay.
And because I didn't have Bo anymore, but I
Sorry.
Yeah. Well, it's a long story. But anyway, I was trying to come up with other characters for Set the Hook, just kind of more of like just world building.
Okay, yeah.
And then my first thing was, well, what characters do I have in my think tank? Like, because I usually will write down characters. So, oh, thank you, Keith. I appreciate that. Just backed it. Thank you.
Keith is also a comic book writer.
Oh, he is.
Yeah, he's done a number of books already. This last one was Dr. Dream number 6.
Wow.
So
That sounds cool. Thank you. I wholeheartedly appreciate that. But so while I was going through my list, I saw little shit, and I'm like, oh, well, he's not he can't be a terrier anymore. And then I looked at Newt, who's like this little black chihuahua, and I go, he's a chihuahua. But what could he do? And then for whatever ungodly reason, I go, what if he wears a salmon costume?
I just wish.
And then I ran.
I love the connection there.
Right. Like,
what if?
I know it's like, well, how did you come up with that? I'm like, well, my brain just went, well, what if? And I'm like, you know what, brain? Sure, brain. Whatever.
You know what? Why not?
Mm-hmm. So I decide he's in a drawing. He's in a photo on Otis's red string board, because he's like thinks everything's connected, so he has little shit up there as well. And he says he's a terror and please stay away. And then he's also mentioned in issue 2 with one of the criminals as well. He mentions how he just got his ass handed to him by a chihuahua in a salmon costume. But and then Ginger was actually another throwaway character as well.
Really?
Yes, she was.
That's so cool, though.
Well, originally she wasn't the way I wrote her originally. Originally she was actually a shy, meek girl, and she wasn't in Set the Hook. She was in another book I was working on, but unfortunately I kind of scrapped it because it wasn't good. But I liked the character where it was like this albino girl who was just very soft and timid, and she's actually an inspiration from another comic called Reflection of the Soul on Webtoons.
Okay.
And and that's where I kind of got her idea. Well, then as I was going through writing it, I go, you know what? I kind of want to bring a female character in here. What was that albino girl that I wrote? And then I look back at it and I go, no, I already have a dick and somebody who's not very social, which is Otis, because, you know, he's an asshole and he's not he's not good at socializing. So I decided to write her instead as this very outspoken, energetic, almost ADHD character. And yes, she's albino, which is why she has the purple eyes. I decided to make her just albino, and that's why, I decided to make her more energetic and everything, and her albinoism doesn't really matter. It's just her unique trait. And that's why her name is Ginger Alex Lottle, which is an axolotl.
Yeah. That's a great. See, this is why I love talking to the writers of the books, because I start getting all the inside scoops, and then I'm like, oh my gosh, that's so clever.
Right? Well, it was kind of funny when I was like, Yeah, I'm doing that. I don't care if it's a stupid pun. I'm doing it anyway. And I feel like that's what you gotta do sometimes, you know?
Yeah, writing is, because I try and write comics. Well, I do write comics, but it seems like I don't know if they're as clever as a lot of the writers like you are out there. You know, that it seems like there's so many layers to everything that you come up with that I sometimes I'm like, I wish I could write like that. Jeez.
You know what? It's the most stressful thing ever, but it can be a lot of fun, you know?
Yeah, I can't wait to get my book.
Thank you.
Hold it in my hand.
Why?
Do an unboxing.
Yeah. Why did you back your own cover, you freaking weirdo?
Well, I was afraid no one else would.
No, that's not true. I hope everybody will. Everybody will get.
I was like, no one's backed my cover yet.
What? No, 3 people did.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's not true. I just deleted it, so never mind. Forget it.
See?
I deleted it. It's over. It's done. Nobody can get it now.
No!
I know. But
I actually really like, my favorite cover is actually the main one that you have. The what did you call it? The
Bring It On.
The Bring It On cover. That's my favorite.
That's everybody's. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, that is everybody's favorite. I don't blame them.
Cool.
It's very good. C. Michael Lanning is his art style is. People need to take advantage of him way more often. Him and I are actually working on a book as well together.
Let me actually just get one of those as well. Now that I'm talking about it.
Get all of them. But
I'm a starving artist too, so
I get it. Trust me. I don't blame anybody for saying they're starving. So,
but when you come across something that's really cool like this,
you got to support it.
Then you got to support it.
I like weird stuff. So anytime anybody shows me like a weird Kickstarter or says, "Hey, look at this shit," I'm like, yeah, click. Actually, how I came up with Set the Hook, though, you'll enjoy this on how my brain works.
Okay.
I was sitting at work angry, like I always am.
Okay.
And it was quiet, and all I was thinking about was fishing, because I was gonna go fishing that weekend. So I was trying to wait for the weekend, and I go, God, I can't wait to get out on the water. It's gonna be nice, relaxing. I'm going to my aunt's lake house. We're gonna get on the boat. It's gonna be a good time. And then I started thinking about like crime stuff, and I go, what if a fish murdered somebody? What if a fish murdered somebody's dad and it's a revenge story?
And this is what started the ball rolling.
And that's the stupid thing that started the ball. The ball rolling.
No, that's great.
I'm like,
and then you get and now you have a full 4-issue series on it.
I do, yes. With Wells Thompson did the editing of it. Tim did the art, and then Aaron just picked up the lettering. So I got a full team on it. So that was nice. I was very happy when Wells started reading it, because Shelp Shelby from Slash Adventures was doing it, and then a bunch of stuff happened, and then I sent it to Wells just for fun, and then he goes, "Chad, I'm editing this now." I'm like, "Oh, okay." So
see, I love how everyone just jumps on it right away, and they're like, "This is awesome. I want to be a part of this in some way."
It means you get a good story going.
Yeah,
like it means you have something.
Absolutely, that's how you already should. I mean, you already probably have you have a good feeling about it, but then when other people like want to jump on it, you're like, this must be pretty good. People really want to be a part of it. So
yeah, it's going a little slower than I would hoped, but I mean, like we were saying, it definitely the economy, definitely it's just everything.
Yeah,
there's just and I blame
rough.
nobody. Yeah.
It's definitely rough out there right now. So what are your plans after this one? Do you have any just jump on issue 2 or
Well, I'm getting issue 2 up and running, so that's definitely in. But I mean, all 4 of them are already written, so really all I got to do is get the art done.
I gotcha.
They're written and edited and everything, so I did that ahead of time. But my next book is going to be the one where it's C. Michael Lanning and I are working on a book called Cyborg Devil Girls, which is kind of like the Powerpuff Girls, but with what happens when a man decides to tries to summon demons, but it fails and they have to put robotic body parts. He has to use robotics to fix them. They discover the internet and they try to be good. So it's a comedy book. And then obviously I'm going to be working on the one shot with little shit / the bark in the water, which that's probably what the title will be. And then I will be in touch with that one with you because I'll be like, hey,
awesome.
You want to do this one shot?
Forward to that. Yes.
Yeah. I'm happy. Oh, and then I also have the sea shanties I'm working on as well, which are 1-page adventures of Otis doing stupid stuff. So it's everything like I had these What?
Isn't he already doing stupid stuff?
Well, yes. Okay, stupider stuff. Let's put it that way.
Otis Solo.
Well, it's everything before like what happened with the main story, and it's just 1-page comics.
Awesome. Okay.
And it's really, truthfully, it's just stupid throwaway jokes and like stuff that didn't really fit into it. So a lot of it is really just like gags. And actually little shit is in one of them. Otis actually fishes him out of the water. And
that's how
oh,
that's cool.
Yeah, he fishes him out of the water, and little shit has already caught the bounty that Otis is going after. So that's like that's his first appearance, is that little shanty.
That's cool. I like that. Well, the time went by really fast.
Yes, it did.
So we're gonna go ahead and we usually do like a 5-minute last 5 minutes of plugs or anything, but I guess we can kind of plug in your book all along, but let's go ahead and plug it one more time. Where can they find your amazing comic book? Go.
So you can actually find it currently on Kickstarter. Just search for Set the Hook. You might get something. I don't know what else you'll get, but you will find my comic with the cool monster fish on it. You can also follow me on Twitter or X at Casual Nerd Chad, where you can see all my updates. And you can also add me on Facebook as well, and you can see whatever I'm doing. So yeah, that's right now where you can find my book.
Awesome. And you can find him every week on the Indie Comics Network on Thursdays at 8 p.m. Eastern.
Yep. You can find us on Really Spontaneous Vampiric Prospectors. It changed. So RSVP is just me and C chilling and talking about whatever's like going on in the world.
I've came across your streams a few times. They're fun.
Yeah, thank you. It's just they always change. RSVP, the meaning always changes. So
I got you.
Yeah,
that's actually cool.
Yeah, so it's just a fun comedy stream, and everybody needs to get comfortable with things really fast. So
no, I came across it. I hung out. I was just laughing. I'm like, these guys are so goofy. I love it. And and you guys just chill and just have fun, and it's a great time.
Thank you.
Also, since we're both part of the Indie Comics Network, we have to give them a plug every week, all week long. You can see creators, artists, writers, and just goofy creatives all week long on the Indie Comics Network. Check out the page, I guess, and get all the times and places. But so like, share, subscribe to the Indie Comics Network. If you want to see any more of my artwork, you can check the links below. all that stuff. You can commission me, but Chad will probably be grabbing me first. But wait, I didn't sound right. But we will see you guys at the next one. We'll see Chad sooner. And you guys have a great day. We'll see you later. Peace.
Bye.